This video is brought to you by forexnewstrade.com, a forum dedicated to forex news traders. What I've done here is I've pulled up non-farm payroll data for the past 24 months using NewsTrader Pro software, which you can learn more about in our forum. One of the things that's interesting to note, if you are trying to trade the spike in the non-farm payroll based on deviations from a consensus or estimated number, you need to be very careful because about 1 out of every 4 times, or about 25% of the time, it actually goes in the opposite direction that you think it should go. That's usually because of conflicts or revisions to previous numbers. One of the neat things I can do with this software is I can pull up every time a deviation came out better than expected. So in other words, this is more jobs, better data for the US dollar. What you would hope to see or expect to see is the trend on the graph going down, or in other words, people buying the dollar against the British pound. But as you can see just from this first example, which is December 8, 2006, the data actually goes the opposite way. So if you took a trade in the direction you thought it was supposed to go, you could have very easily lost 80 to 100 pips within a few minutes. It's pretty scary. Even if you have very conservative entries, so if you wait for a deviation of more than 50K, what I'll do is I'll click on every time that would have happened here in the past couple years. In this one instance, it did work out okay. In the second instance, it did work out okay. But if you get to lower numbers such as 37K and 27K differences, you can see that it does spike in the opposite direction against you. You can notice similar patterns when the deviations are worse than expected. You would expect people to buy the pound against the dollar, but here we go again in this very first example. You would have lost at least 60 or 70 pips within the first minute if you tried to make your trades based on these deviations. Anyway, just an interesting phenomenon, so be very careful when you try to trade the NFP based on deviation data. Hope to see you in our forum, forexnewstrade.com, and take care.